Recording. Okay, we're recording. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. We have so many wonderful things to go over. So I want to make sure we have enough time to get you guys over to the One Person Big Difference call because it is going to be amazing. And even if you've been in the business forever, the things that Kevin and Amy POTUS are going to be going over are, I think every single person in our team needs to go through it themselves and also implement it with any new consultants that you guys are bringing into your business. So make sure that you hop over at 7:30 to the other call. So I'm just going to jump right in here because we have a lot of things to cover. And I don't see her on yet. But I'll go to that in a second. So it is June. And we were talking on our leadership call, and I know Amy's going to talk about a little bit tonight at 7:30, but it's huge that in the month of June, we work really, really, really hard to front load our businesses, meaning to build our businesses in the first half of the month versus trying to pull teeth out of people in the second half of the month. Because come mid-June, people are starting to think about the 4th of July. Most people go away for the 4th of July and are busy. It seems like from then on. And so this is technically what is considered the second slowest time in network marketing, the first being the dead week between Christmas and New Year's. But as you guys know, that is the best time to build your business. When other people slow down, you speed up and you will see massive, massive success. And Amy and I and Fonda and Jennifer have a huge, 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 huge thing that you do not want to miss. So make sure you stay on this call until the very, very end, because we're going to go through the details of that, talking specifically about what we're going to do to help you guys front load the beginning of your month. So make sure that you are getting meetings scheduled. Meetings make money. Okay, that's bottom line. Meetings make money. And so it is so important that whether you're doing in-home meetings or Zoom meetings, that you're getting them on the books here in the first couple days. I like to get most of my meetings, I am totally good with last minute ones coming up, throughout the month, but I like to get most of my calendar booked before the first auto ship goes out, because that is a good way to plan for your month. Make sure you have October 11th and 12th blocked off on your calendar for the LifeVantage event. I cannot give you a ton of details, but Midwesterners are going to be so happy. So very happy. So make sure you have that blocked off. Make sure that you're able to be there, because there is also something that I can't tell you guys about. I didn't sign an NDA, Jennifer. You didn't either. I don't know. We can't really say what it is, but there is a new product launching, and I'm telling you, Jennifer and I know all about this because we were in Punta Cana with one of the formulators of this product, and they told us all about it. And you guys, you want to build your business huge right now for so many reasons, but Michelle is telling all of us, Amy and I and Jennifer, we don't know anything about what's happening specifically this month. But when Michelle says front load your month, you front load your month, because there's something big coming at the end of this month. So block off October 11th and 12th, front load the month. Make sure who is checking Telegram and Facebook regularly. By regularly, I mean daily. Because there is going to be a lot of really good communication in there. And I've noticed lately, and it's seriously nobody's fault, I struggle. It's kind of ridiculous to me that I have it set to see everything that's posted in Team Upward. I'm an owner admin of the group, and there are times people post in there and it doesn't alert me still. So I have to make sure that it is on my DMO of things to do every day, that I'm physically going into Telegram and physically going into Facebook, because even as an owner of the group, I can't rely on them notifying me that something's been done in there. So I for sure know that not everybody is going to be notified of everything that's happening. So make sure you're going into those groups so you're up to date on all the goodness and all the things that are going on. Okay, so Stephanie was asking about this. We have a huge event coming up in Iowa, like our previous months that we've been doing and building. Okay, there is an event on June 29th. Okay, so mark your calendars for that. If you have anybody in this area, Kristen Bailey, who is an EC1 in California. Her and I went to Pro 5 Summit together. And I kid you not, she is my absolute best friend in LifeVantage. Like, love her to pieces. She is flying here from California to bless us and to do that meeting and do that training. So just like the ones in the past have looked, we're going to do 9:30, sign in, have some snacks. Meeting starts right at 10. We'll take a break, have people sample products, do all that stuff. And then she's going to do team training after that, which we will live stream the team training, I believe, into the group for people who are not local. But we are not going to be recording the presentation. So here's the deal, you guys. She's doing the presentation on the 13th of June on Zoom. So make sure you're inviting to that. It's going to be at 6:30 Central on June 13th, which is next Thursday. I'm going to get you guys a graphic for that and a graphic for the 29th for you guys to share with your people. But I promise you, even if you do not personally have a guest that shows up, say you invite 15 people and nobody comes to June 13th, make sure you are there, okay? Make sure you're present for that, because you will learn, you will hear her story, and it will build so much belief in everything. She was a single mom when she started this business. She has a son with autism. And I mean, you guys, she is our people. Like, she is our people. You will absolutely love and adore her. So make sure you have June 13th at 6:30 p.m. Central, and June 29th, 9:30 a.m. Central is the in-person event, and that's going to be at the same location in Ankeny. So, guys, I did that really fast, semi-fast. I tried to do that really fast. I want Jennifer to share with you guys. She hit MC2. Oh my goodness. I got to go down and see her today. I took her some flowers from my garden. I just got to hug her, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, this woman is like fire, and everybody around her feels loved and encouraged. And I am so stinking unbelievably proud of you. Like, yes, MC2 is 2,000 in volume a month going through your business. She's got big, huge goals. And so I asked her to share for a few minutes. Yeah, her story, her journey, what she's learned, what's been hard, what's been easy, all of it.
Thank you, Jill. So I'm so glad you guys are all on tonight. I'm out at a baseball game, and this is where I've just learned to do LifeVantage in the nooks and crannies. And like, when I started, Jillian told me like Monday night should be a non-negotiable. And I have not been perfect, but I have been pretty darn close to most Monday nights, unless I had something really big going on that I absolutely couldn't be on the video chat for. But truly, like, it may not always feel like we tackle something huge every week, but I promise you we do. And it has just been consistent learning and consistent looking up. So I went to Leadership Summit in April, and it was a game changer for me. I think what I really realized in that is that I had to shift into being a professional. And I'm a professional in chiropractic, but I needed to become a professional within network marketing. And what that meant was becoming a professional within coaching. So I have just been incredibly focused on leaning into learning more about how to become a better coach. And instead of just telling my team what to do, really trying to walk through each of those conversations with them as they're getting started, and having those conversations with them as they're connecting with people. And then the other thing that really made a difference, because I was at 10,000 in volume 2 months ago, and 2 months ago, so in 2 months, I grew my business another 10,000. And it wasn't just me, it was a collective team. And I am so, so, so incredibly thankful for the amazing team that I have and that has helped me get to MC2. So thank you everyone for being a part of that and for working hard. But truly, like, that's what we're going to keep doing, because I want to know each and every one of their goals, and I want to know their whys, so that every time that they're stuck or not engaging, we can come back and remember their whys, and we can keep coming back to, okay, well, what is going to allow us to grow? And what Amy and Jillian have taught me is that you truly just have to stay consistent with meetings. That is where growth happens. Jillian just told us that tonight, and it is true. I have tried to do it my own way and probably spent a good 6 months trying to reinvent the circle. And guess what? It's not that it didn't work at all, but it did not work near as efficiently. And when you're doing it with a team and you're doing the same thing consistently over and over and over again, eventually you just make the shift and you start to realize, yeah, okay, this actually does work. If I just keep doing the ITT and just keep doing the ITT, you get there. And today I got to talk on my first leadership meeting. And really the thing that I wanted to share with you guys tonight, besides being a professional, is realizing how lucky we are to have amazing leaders within this organization who set an amazing example for us, and they show up for us. I have never once felt like I'm doing this by myself. And I love that, because as a chiropractor, as an owner of a business, a lot of times I would feel like everything would fall on me. And if I grew my practice, it meant more responsibility on me. And I know there are others of you that can relate to that who own businesses, and it gets to be a lot and it gets to be heavy. But when you are doing this business together as a team, we work together and we have people that we can rely on. And it is just an incredible blessing that we have this team to look to and then we get to grow it. So if you're wanting this, you can have it. Like, every single person that wants to be successful in network marketing can be, if you just follow the skills that are being taught before you and you lean in. And if you think you're stuck, ask more questions. Like, don't stop asking questions and don't stop leaning in, because you will grow. It's just a matter of time before that happens. So I will be praying for all of you. And if you guys want me to hold you accountable for anything, please let me know, because I truly do love encouraging other humans, and I want to be able to do that for you too. So thanks for letting me share tonight, Jillian. Do you want me to keep going?
It looks like she dropped off for some reason.
Oh. I know you were gonna train tonight on ITT, right?
Well, I was gonna let her talk about it at the end of it, but Jennifer, maybe somebody has a question for you.
Yeah.
Does anybody out there have questions on specifics, where you're at? Maybe give her something like where you're personally at that she could give you feedback on.
Nope.
Somebody.
Because you guys have all done a great job teaching, so they already know ITT. they're just going to go out and bless like crazy this month with it.
I don't want to get into that until Jill comes back. Where'd she go?
She's gonna come back, right? I can't make anything work, she says.
Okay, well, while she's trying to figure out her system, I guess we'll talk about this ITT that Jennifer's talking about. Oh my gosh, I'm not mentally prepared for this. So does everybody know what ITT is? Drop it in the comments if you know what ITT is. As Jennifer kind of mentioned, keeping things super simple and not reinventing the wheel is crucial to all of our success. And as Jalen had dropped that Michelle Post said that we need to front load our month. So I and Jill and Jennifer and Fonda have kind of collaborated a little bit on doing an incentive to help us all, not just you who's out there, me and Jennifer and Fonda, every one of us are going to do this if you decide to, focusing on just the simple steps of ITT, inviting, sharing a tool, and connecting to team. Oh, and Jalen is back. We started going into ITT because we didn't know if or when you were coming back.
Okay, go ahead. Were you done with that, or are you still going?
I haven't shared what it is yet.
Oh, what time is it? Go for it.
Okay, so we created a challenge for the next 15 days because one of the core pillars to success in this business, if you go back to all the training that is done, is doing no less than 15 presentations in a month. Well, 15 presentations is getting up like a lot in a month in front of a room. That doesn't have to be the case for you. What we consider 15 presentations in a month is getting 15 new people invited, getting 15 and that 15 people say yes to your invite. They see a full tool, which is either a webinar that you send them or an in-person meeting that a lot of people have been doing, and then connecting to team, that third-party validation to get their questions answered and getting a yes or a no, getting an answer. Where are you at after these 3 steps? Where are you at? Yes or no? And a lot of us forget to be intentional with the ITT. And so we are releasing a challenge. We're going to post all the details on Facebook and Telegram. And we want to incentivize people who go through this and get 15 people through this steps. Anybody that completes it can get $100 cash. Just an extra bonus, just a hold hard cash to incentivize anybody to complete these steps. So if you guys are excited, drop it in the comments, excited, but it's really about getting back to the basics. And I have a step-by-step for you. You can use, we have 2 sample invites that you can use, very simple invites. And then the webinar that I've been using successfully for all of my people is 20 minutes, and then connecting to a team. And we will post exactly what you have to do. And as long as you share your tracker in the email completed by the end of day June 18th, you can get $100 cold hard cash. That's all I got.
I love it. I hope this is all still recording because my computer is, I think it may have just lived its last leg. Not quite sure on that one, but okay, you guys, the whole purpose of that incentive is we know what will build your business, and that sounds intimidating, but I promise you, if you get 15 people through ITT, your business has literally nowhere to go but growth. If you get them through the invite, the tool, and specifically the team part, your business will actually grow this month. And that is the goal. So we want to incentivize that. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if I am going to have time to do the exercise. I hope I do. So last weekend, Kurt and I were at Outpost X, and I don't know if you guys saw pictures of that. It was the craziest, coolest place I think I have ever been. And God just worked out so many details. I got a message from Sean Poe at like 11 o'clock at night. He's like, hey, if you can get yourself there, this is what we're doing. And you guys, that is the type of leadership that our team has. Like, they are pouring into us like nobody's business, and just want to see people grow and have breakthroughs and succeed. And so it was nuts. It was seriously otherworldly, crazy. Honestly, the absolute best event I have ever been a part of in LifeVantage, for so many reasons. But the experience, the people that we were with, and the things that we learned, I was like, this is the most practical, like, here, sit here, look at my phone, tap the screen, like, do all the things that we all wish we had somebody to sit down and do it with us. Like, I know Amy and I were like, oh, we don't know how to do this. I live by the mantra, everything in life is figure outable. People always laugh at that, but I'm like, it is. I don't know what I'm doing 99% of the time, but we can figure things out. But it was just such a beautiful weekend. So I'm just going to go through some of the main key things that stuck out to me. There were so many. I have so many pages of notes. But if you know anything about network marketing trainers, Ray Higdon, Rob Sperry, and Jordan Adler are not just average humans. Jordan Adler is going to space with like the Elon Musk thing. I mean, like, these people are other level, and they came specifically to this group to train us. And Ray Higdon was the first speaker on Saturday, and really poured into us. He found Jesus about 18 months ago, and that is a huge part of his business now. And just incredible to watch the transformation. And he is so vocal and so open about his faith. And that's what kicked off the weekend, and I loved it. But basically, it came down to, it was a social media weekend, like diving into social media and how to build your business on social media. And everything came down to what you post needs to be, what the reasons people come to social media is for relatability, to learn something, to be entertained, and to connect. What stuck out to me the most is he was going through some statistics. Oh, look at that. It's working now. Some statistics of how, like, people feel they have more close friends on social media than they do an actual human relationship, like face to face. But what Russell Brunson said was, I'd rather have 1,000 diehard fans than 1 million followers any day. And we always talk about like wanting to have 1 million followers, 1 million views, all the things, but having 1,000 diehard fans is always better. And that's what you're trying to create. You're trying to create a culture. You're trying to create a community. And what we're doing on social media, you and I, we are lifestyle connectors. We're a lifestyle connection account. We're not an influencer. Like, you don't have an influencer account. And there are people there that do have influencer accounts, like 150,000 or more followers. Tracy Hinkinen, she did some training. She is an amazing person. But we're not an influencer. You are a lifestyle page. And so share your lifestyle. And like I said, you're really not trying to connect with 1 million people. You're just trying to create some really, really close followers. We talked about reels, how to create them, all of that stuff. Ray Higdon said, all of your business problems are personal problems. That kind of hit hard. All of your business problems are personal problems. God will let you do it over and over and over again until you learn the lesson. The lesson is going to be repeated until you learn it. And that is so incredibly true. And when we were talking through, like, who is your target audience? Who are you writing to every time you post on social media? I always say, I pray every time I post, I want to bless and help just one. Every time, just one. And God has done exponentially more than that a lot of times, but that has always been my goal. But I want every post that I post to be something that even if this person reading this message that I'm putting out there right now is never, ever, ever going to join my business and never, ever, ever going to buy my product, did I say something that would add value to their life or help them in any way? Because if a post does not contain something that could help somebody outside of my products and business, then I failed in that specific moment. And the people that you're usually trying to reach and that are your people, the people you should be talking to, are the person, it's the person that you used to be. That is who you can speak to very, 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 very well. So if you're somebody who struggled with self-esteem issues, or whatever it is, maybe you were in an abusive relationship or whatever, your goal is usually to help the person that you used to be. That thing that you had to overcome is the exact thing you need to be sharing. And that's hard because a lot of times those are the things that are the hardest to share, but it's the stuff that's going to attract your tribe. 32% of Americans are rationing right now. And it was interesting because they hired a professional photographer to follow us around the whole weekend, do all kinds of fun, amazing things. And he had dinner. He came to mine and Kurt's little hut thing the first night and had dinner with Kurt and I. And he goes, he was talking about that. And he goes, I'm that person. I'm rationing my prescriptions because I don't have the money to pay for them, like his anxiety or depression medications or whatever. And that's where most people are in this world right now. 32% of Americans are rationing or not taking their prescription drugs at all because of the cost of things. So that kind of stuck out to me. I highlighted a ton of stuff. And then day 2, Rob Sperry talked about your job is there for the purpose to pay your bills, but your business is to build your dreams. I think it's Jim Rohn always says, you stay in your job as long as you possibly can and use the money that you make in LifeVantage to build the dreams that you want. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, what you do speaks so loudly that I can't hear what you say. And everything in your business, what you do well sometimes will rarely duplicate, but what we do poorly duplicates always. And I know Amy and I feel that all the time. It's like, oh shoot, I'm not good at this, and I can see it duplicating in my team. Oh man, it's so true. It's just so unbelievably true. But okay, this is kind of the main one I wanted to say really quick, and I don't have time to do Jordan Adler's. Maybe next week or the week after I will go through this. It was literally every single person in the room. We stayed in that room for, I think, 3 or 4 hours and just went through all 19 of us that were there. And literally everybody was crying, and just the breakthroughs and changes that were happening to people was huge. But this is one thing that stuck out to me big time. Once someone has bought a product from you, they then want to be sold. Nobody wants to be sold before they buy a product, before they invest in what you're doing. But we always say, like, your job has just begun the moment you get that customer. And it's so, so true. They want to be sold. So sell them, send them the videos that stick out to you, send them the information about the products that they're taking. Send them the stories of other people that are being helped by the products that they are currently taking, or products that you think that they need. People want to be sold. And I think that, at many times in my business, my personal enrollment volume, I think the highest it was 7,500. And I'm nowhere close to that right now. And I can see that it is because once they became a customer of mine, I figured they have this great story and they'd stick with it just like I did. I didn't need anybody else to tell me how great it was. I was the one that was going and researching that, but that's not most people. And so I wasn't taking care of them and building that belief and continuing to sell them on what they had been sold after they had purchased. And so that is huge for our business. And the last thing I will share is the objection you hear the most is your own insecurity yelling back at you. The objection you hear the most is your own insecurity yelling back at you. So I know for me, it used to be the price point of the products. That is what was hard for me in the beginning of this. And so the objection I heard all the time was, this is super expensive. I don't hear that anymore from my people. Because it is not my same insecurity yelling back at me anymore. The different insecurities now are, oh, can I build this business? Or is this really something I could really build to the top? Is this really something I can, there's different insecurities. But what you hear the most of, know that that is your own insecurity yelling back at you. Because that blew me away. I was completely shocked when he said that. And then I was like, you're right. I never hear people tell me, none of my people say oh, that's too expensive. I can't afford that. People don't say that to me because I'm not insecure about the price point of these products. And so I'm not portraying that on the people that I'm bringing in. So just think through that this week. The objection you hear the most is your own insecurity yelling back at you. It's 7:31. So I want you to hop onto the other stuff. I didn't even get to Jordan Adler or to Tracy's stuff. So much good stuff. And I really want to go through that, the exercise that Jordan had us go through. So I will hopefully, I am going through the training that Tracy sent us. I'm going through a bunch of the trainings that were sent to us to go through on all of this. So I will keep sharing all of it with you guys if you want to hear more about it. So I love you guys all. Hop over to the One Person Big Difference call. Sorry, that was super, super fast. And I'm sorry my internet didn't work, but we will talk again soon. Love you guys. Bye.